Well, hello, everybody. Another day that the Lord has made. The Bible tells us to rejoice and be glad in it. All the changes keep happening. I know that you're aware of them. And today I would just like to encourage you. I want to encourage you first by this truth that we've known, and at times it becomes very important that we remember it. And this is one of those times. It's how God goes before us. You are able to watch today this video, this encouraging message I'm giving, because God went ahead of us. Last year, we lost a really great guy in Jan Losi. When he passed away, his widow Sheila and I were talking, and she said, we have some funds we'd like to donate to the church. And we talked about what would be a great memory of Jan. And I brought up the idea of, what about a camera? We really want to do some recordings. And today, because of Sheila's generosity, you are able to watch. In other words, months before this came about, God knew that we would need a camera. He knew that we could do things today with this camera in this time and in this setting that we couldn't have done otherwise. So be encouraged today. You know, if you know Sheila, give her a hug. Well, okay, you can't hug her now. Give her a virtual hug, whatever that means. But give her a word of appreciation. She was used by God to get this church ready in this day to be able to do what we're doing today. I love the intimate relationship I have with God. I love the personal nature, the communication He has only for me. But I also need to remember the size of my God. God is a huge God. And today I just want to encourage you by this. I want to read from Eugene Peterson's Message version of Isaiah chapter 40. I just want you to listen to your God. Those of you who have a personal relationship with the Lord Jesus through this death, sacrifice, burial, and resurrection, and faith that you have in what Jesus' work did. And maybe if you don't, I want to encourage you to just listen to God this morning. Listen to the size of God. Because when you face a huge situation like we're facing now, I want you to know that that is incomparable to the size of our God. This is how Isaiah describes through Eugene Peterson's words about midway in chapter 40 of the book of Isaiah. Who has scooped up the ocean in his two hands, or measured the sky between his thumb and little finger? Who has put all the earth's dirt in one of his baskets, weighed each mountain and hill? Who could ever have told God what to do, or taught him his business? What expert would have he gone to for advice? What school would he attend to learn justice? What God do you suppose might have taught him what he knows, showed him how things work? Why, the nations are but a drop in a bucket, a mere smudge on the window. Watch him sweep up the islands like so much dust off the floor. There aren't enough trees in Lebanon, nor enough animals in those vast forests to furnish adequate fuel and offerings for his worship. All the nations add up to simply nothing before him, less than nothing more, a minus. So, who even comes close to being like God? To whom or what can you compare him? Some no-God idol? Ridiculous. It's made in a workshop, cast in bronze, given a thin veneer of gold and draped with silver. Or perhaps someone will select a fine wood, olive wood, say, that's not able to rot, then hire a wood carver to make a no-God, giving special care to its base so it won't tip over. Have you not been paying attention? Have you not been listening? Haven't you heard these stories all your life? Don't you understand the foundation of all things? God sits high above on the round ball of earth. The people look like mere ants. He stretches out the skies like a canvas, yes, like a tent canvas to live under. He ignores what all the princes say and do. The rulers of the earth count for nothing. Princes and rulers don't amount to much, like seeds, barely rooted, just sprouted. They shrivel when God blows on them. Like flecks of chaff, they're gone in the wind. So who is like me? Who holds a candle to me, says the holy God. Look at the night skies. Who do you think made all of this? Who marches the army of stars out each night, counts them off and calls them by name? So magnificent, so powerful, and he never overlooks a single one. That's the size of our God. But I want to end also reminding you of the personal nature of our God. In the beginning of this chapter, the first couple of verses are so wonderful about this personal nature of God. Comfort my people, says your God. Speak softly and tenderly to Jerusalem, but also make it very clear that she has served her sentence. She has been punished. These people, he writes, are my people. I sustain them and I love them. let's remember that God is huge in this moment. He is immeasurable and indescribable. That brings us comfort today, because as we continue to hear about the size of this crisis, remember the size of our God. Have a great day, everyone.